It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got the two teams who met in Super Bowl 55. It's the Chiefs and the Bucs, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We are late in the calendar year. That's a good time to be south, and that's where we are. The weather just perfect right now here tonight at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Right to the air is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And he is going to lose yardage here. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. That was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Strong start by this defense. Third and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a give. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here again is McKinnon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster on the touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Here's Brady to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Brady to throw again. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Throwing now is Brady. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Going across the formation, there's Otton with it. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go draw play to McKinnon. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with White. Dances by him. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, a 22.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Holding. Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Mahomes. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. I mean, I see a big man like that make a catch. All I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Now Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the 1st as he's tackled at the 47. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This one taken in by Otten.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1.
Completes it again to Gage. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Brady.
He's got Otten.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From just shy of midfield, Brady got his man complete over the middle. That's White. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now Brady again.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this one is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for Kansas City. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, they'll run with White, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, a run from White. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
On the return, it's Tony.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. The stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
We'll see Kelsey in the slot to the left. Mahomes now to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at the 20. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Here we go. Let's be ready. Let's go, baby. This is where you start. Let's go, baby.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And got his man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Into the red zone, it's Brady.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Brady going to throw.
Complete right side to Otten.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Brady gives this to White, and he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
Succop's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
the Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He's been a a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Up the gut, Fournette.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets it up past the 35. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Back to throw, Brady. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 10-7, just over 1:40 to play. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Mahomes. And his throw here is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's Mahomes. He's got Smith-Schuster, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Mahomes.
Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.